What's going on, everybody? Matty with FusaroFitness. We got a Q&A for you today coming from the FusaroFitness Facebook fan page. If you're not on there, get on there. Links in the description box below. Before we start, shout out to my future brother-in-law Chris for hooking me up with this dope-ass shirt. Elite FTS Jack Rudolph. Jack Rudolph, that sounds kind of dirty. But shout out to Chris and shout out to Brandon and Lily, wishing you a speedy recovery, although you'll never watch this video. Alright, so let's get right into the questions, but first I'm going to bring my friends along with me. We got Dr. Protein and Mr. Creatine. I'm not showing you the brand or the label because this isn't about endorsement. I just think I need some friends up here. Well, we'll get right into the questions. First one from Dulage asking, firstly, thanks for the free ebook and making me a VIP member. If you're not a member or if you didn't get your free ebook, go to FusaroFitness.com and pick yourself up a free ebook written by me. I got a question for you. Does carb cycling, high carbs and low carbs on training days, non-training days, have a significant effect on gaining weight? Something that I don't really recommend to the majority of people. Keep your carbs the same on off days or on training days. It makes it easier to make adjustments. Gaining weight is just a calorie surplus over an extended period of time, and that's really it. Aaron, keep injuring my back from deadlifting. Should I give up on deadlifting altogether? Are you injuring your back to the point where you are out of the gym because you're actually injured? You're going to doctors, physical therapists, or are you sore? Is it a tweak in your back? There could be a multitude of different things that are going on. A lot of it probably has to do with either muscular imbalances or just form breakdown. So I would have to see your form, I would have to know what's going on, but I don't want to recommend something to someone who's experiencing injury. So I would get that looked at by a professional if it's that bad. AJ, any advice for skinny fat teens? I play football in the fall. I'm not sure how to implement sports training with weight training or what sort of volume so I don't overtrain. I know this is a fitness channel, not sports related, but any feedback would be appreciated. Dude, as a teen playing high school football, lift and eat and do your conditioning drills, whatever they have you doing during football. That should be more than enough. As I remember from a lot of my friends that played high school football, they were busting their ass on that field during practice. They were in the weight room, and you just got to eat to support your metabolism, to support your energy, strength, performance. Skinny fat teen, build up a base, build up a foundation. Now is your time to put on size, so I recommend doing that now. Nico Kojima, would you rather train only CrossFit for the rest of your life or give up lifting altogether? I'd say fuck it, I would never lift again. No, I'm just kidding. I don't bash CrossFit at all. I'm not a huge fan of some of the stuff that they do, but hey man, it's training, right? People are getting results from it. It's just a different style of training, you know, I don't bash it at all. And I would never give up lifting altogether. Will Graffo, if you had to give up one of these foods, which of you guys are giving shit up, man? If you had to give up one of these foods forever, which one would you give up? Pita pizzas or Pop-Tarts? I would have to say Pop-Tarts because they're not something that I eat regularly. A box of Pop-Tarts in my house will last a couple of weeks. I'll eat one occasionally pre-workout if I don't have time to get a meal in, or if I really need to hit macros late at night and I don't want to cook, I'll eat one, but not something that I eat every day. But I love my pita pizzas. Alex Torres, what lower leg exercises can I do with a bum hamstring? I'm currently sprinting 2 times a week and doing modified plyout 2 times a week. I lift 2 times a week as well, but not some pain on squats and step-ups. You have a bum hamstring, but you're sprinting 2 times a week. That sounds kind of odd to me. I don't know if you're further, if it's facilitating that injury. Maybe something to get looked at. You know, again, don't like giving recommendations to people who are experiencing injuries. Ken Disney, do you plan on writing a book besides the nutritional guide ebook? Yes, I do actually. There's a few things that I want to do in the future as far as digital products and maybe even hardcover books. It's something that I have a big interest in. I've always loved writing my whole life, so maybe something to come in the near future. Dionicio Daniel Duran Jr., is that your guitar in your videos? Do you ever play? He's referring to when I do videos in my room. I have an acoustic guitar in the background. I used to mess around when I had some free time. I wouldn't say I was ever really good, but you know, occasionally I'll just start playing, but no, I'm not very good. But I would love to learn if I had the time. Lalo Estrada, have trouble with back squats. My shoulders feel uncomfortable and I feel like I'm going to fall forward when I get low. So I stick with front squats. Any tips on back form? There are so many things you could do to improve your back squat. I would look up people like Johnny Candido of Candido Training HQ on YouTube. He has a whole bunch of great tips on that. It could be a lot of different reasons you're falling forward. It could be, again, it could be muscular imbalances, it could be weaknesses in certain muscles, it could be flexibility and mobility issues. So check out Johnny Candido. I'm sure he's done plenty of videos on how to perfect the squat form. Tim Zai, I think, or Z. When I squat, one of my elbows is always more flared than the other one, and the other is always lower and pointing downwards. Is this a problem? Could this be because one of my traps is bigger than the others? So he's referring to when he holds the bar like this, one of his elbows is flared backwards and the other one is tucked under the bar. This could be a lot of different things as well. It could be a flexibility thing. It could be that you have really tight lats and you're not able to drive that elbow down. One of the cues that I like to give people is if you are squatting with the bar in your back, think about pulling that bar into your traps. That should force your elbows under the bar and also tighten your anterior core. Again though, it could just be one of your lats may be really tight. It could be, again, you said you have two traps that are different sizes. I'm not sure how big that muscular difference is, or maybe it's just something that you are seeing and it's not really there, but sure, it could throw off the bar a little bit. Maybe try low bar squatting. There's a lot of different things you could do, but I would definitely check out if there's any tightness in your lats and try stretching that out. Leon Lottie, if main goal is hypertrophy like a bodybuilder, is it necessary to start my workout with low reps, heavy weight on compound movements like bench or squat, or can I just stick to 8 to 10 reps on these lifts? Many big guys tell me to start with low reps to build strength first. If your only goal is hypertrophy, the 6 to 12 rep range is more than enough. You can mess around with different rep ranges and different methods of progressive overload, mechanical tension, metabolic fatigue, all of that, but if you want to squat in the 8 to 10 rep range, you can. A lot of people don't, only because it's such a demanding movement. The range of motion is enormous. You're going from a full squat, ass to grass, to standing up completely, as opposed to like a curl is just a very limited range of motion. So it's demanding on the body, but if you want to squat higher rep, I don't see a problem with that as long as you don't experience form breakdown. But there's nothing wrong with low rep training either to build that strength base. Zeus, hold on, I'm doing a Q&A, buddy. Alright, Gabe Castillo. Any updates on Fusaro tees? I can't make gains with that one, Matty. Serious? Not serious? Serious. Yes, t-shirts are in the making. We have some designs being printed up, and they will definitely be here soon. We got a lot of stuff coming with the website. After the website rolls out, a couple of weeks, maybe even a month, you'll start seeing stuff on there. Maybe some tanks, hoodies, stringers. So we got some stuff coming. Ken Horn, I see that you don't promote cheat days in your diet. Would you ever consider them? Cheat days, no, not a fan of it all, because it's more of an excuse to binge. Cheat meal, completely fine, or a free meal, or flexible dieting. Like I just said, sometimes I just throw a Pop-Tart into my macros and that's fine. The problem with cheat days is that it's not easy to gain 3 or 4 pounds from a cheat day from eating a whole bunch of calorically dense foods. So people think, I've been good for this long, I've lost this much weight, Saturday it's cheat day. So they go out to breakfast, go out to lunch, they may go out to dinner, order appetizers, entrees, desserts. It is not hard to eat 6, 7, 8,000 calories, and you end up gaining all this unwanted weight. Then you have feelings of guilt, and then you have to try and burn that off by either doing excessive amounts of cardio or restricting your calories the following days, because the weight on the scales showed that it went up. Whatever. No, not a fan of cheat days. Shit, I can't talk. Simon Carter, what would the most effective rep range for ectomorphs trying to add size? Eat and lift and eat and lift. Don't classify yourself as a body type. I've done a video on this before. Please check it out on the channel. When you get that ingrained in your mind that you're an ectomorph, you're convinced that you can't put on size unless you follow a special protocol. Eat and lift, progressive overload and calorie surplus. That's going to help you put on size. Jan Sulk, do you speak Italian? I noticed that you pronounce the word mozzarella perfectly. Yeah, I come from an Italian family. I don't speak it like fluently. I can understand a few words here and there. I took the 4 years of it in high school. I went to Italy in my senior year of high school, and my grandmother spoke Italian. My father speaks it sometimes at family dinners and stuff, so I know a little bit, but not fluently, but enough to pronounce Italian words correctly. Linus Starkus, what do you think about Sanit Sebastian from Sebastian Fitness Solutions? I've actually only watched like 1 or 2 of his videos. Seems to be a knowledgeable dude, but I haven't watched enough to really give you to let you know what I think about him. Last question for this part, we have Muzamil Irfan. How to bring up lagging body parts? Train them more frequently. A lot of times people have, say, a lagging chest, they're only hitting it 1 time per week. Increase that frequency to 2, maybe even 3 times per week, depending on your level of fitness. If you're an intermediate, if you're a beginner, a novice, you might want to do a full body routine. Hit your chest 3 times a week. Hit your arms 3 times a week. Frequency is something that's often overlooked, but there could be different reasons for lagging body parts. You know, what is your exercise selection? Are you focusing too much on isolation movements and not focusing enough on compound movements? So it can be a lot of different things, but just dedicate more attention to those muscles. Real quick example, people who have lagging shoulders, but their chest is overpowering their shoulders. They start all their push workouts with chest. So by the time they hit their shoulders, they're not as strong as they could be. Switch that around. If your shoulders are lagging, start the workout with a shoulder press movement and then hit your chest afterwards. Use your most energy and your most strength for the lagging body part. And that's really it. There were a lot of questions on this thread, so what I did was I just took a screenshot of half of them and made this video, and in a couple of days I'll make another video of the other questions. So if yours didn't get answered here, it will probably be answered in the next part. I thank you guys very much for all of your questions as always. Links to all the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, are all in the description box below. My new website coming out, www.FusaroFitness. Alright, I don't know what the fuck happened. The camera just shut off, but I forgot where I was now. Go to FusaroFitness.com, type in your name and email, download my free ebook, and that's pretty much it. Don't forget to give me your thumb. Hulk smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. That's really helping this channel grow. Hoping to hit 50,000 subscribers soon, and I appreciate all your support as always. So until next time, we'll see you in the next video.